Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today we're playing the Warlock in the arena. So, let's see what we get here. We have a Felguard, not a big fan. Dragon Egg? It's not bad. India Blade Master? I haven't played with the Dragon Egg yet, so maybe I'll try it out. I just kind of get like a Suish kind of deck. Let's just try it. The Blade Master might be better, but I want to try the Dragon Egg. Imp Gang Boss? Yeah, easy choice. We don't have any secrets, so... no. It's okay. It's pretty decent. It can be kind of nice in a Suish kind of deck, because you can get a lot of minions out early on, and then protect them with a pretty beefy taunt. But... yeah, okay, you know what, let's just go for it. Not a huge fan of the pirate. Ship's cannon though works with the pirate. I know Dread Corsair definitely not. Sense Demons probably not. So let's go with the ship's cannon here. And now actually a pirate in the future would be, you know, more tempting. Dark Bomb, nice card. Dread Infernal. Yeah, I actually really like Dread Infernal because that battle cry can be super useful. And you never know if you get some Void, those demons that call other demons out. Oh, why can't I? It's the Void Demon. Void Caller. There we go. Alright, got that. We don't want that. All of these cards are pretty weak, but I think the Iron Forged Rifleman is probably the best of those. This seems very familiar to what we just had to choose from. I guess we're gonna go with a Raid Leader. Not happy though. Dragonkin Sorcerer and Neutron Acolyte. What's a pick? What to pick? We don't really... okay, let's go with the Neutron then. If you want to have early game, then we need to pick some early game, right? Doomsayer, no. Demon Heart, it's just too expensive at 5 mana. It's like, does 5 damage, but a Fireball does 6 for 1 mana less. And we can't really rely on having demons. I mean, we have a couple, but it's still 5 mana, that's so much. I think I'm gonna go with the Enhancer. I like it. It's a fun card. And let's go with a Cult Master. I still want to get some more early game. Yeah. What is this? Summoning Portal? You keep popping up. Mad Scientist? Suck at this. The problem is that if it was a 3/4, I think it could be decent. But as a 4/3, it's just not that good. It dies to so many 2-mana cards, like Frostbolt, 3/2 minions, so on. But do I really want to pick a Summoning Portal? Well... I guess it could be fun to try it out. Let's try it out. I think the Mad Scientist might actually have been the best pick there, even though we don't have any secrets. But again, trying out some cards that I haven't really tried before very often. Let's go with Loot Hoarder. Do we don't want Undertaker? We don't have that many. We don't have any Death Rattle minions so far. Let's go with the Loot Hoarder. And Piloted Shredder. Easy choice. It's just so good. Well, I guess the Silver Moon Guardian is okay. Okay, Fairy Dragon. It's a good minion. I really like Mortal Coil. But Dark Bomb is really good too. It's just that way that you can kill something off, get another card. But we already have one Dark Bomb. Walking Infiltrator wouldn't be bad either. Actually, I like all these 3 picks for this particular deck. Okay, let's just go with a Mortal Coil. And don't like these though. Just go from decent cards to bad cards and so on. I mean, it's not that bad, but I just want to see something good now. Too many middling cards in this deck. Let's go with the Stormpike Commando. Can I go try and get like some tempo? Okay, you know what? Let's I mean, how can I not pick the Elven Archer, right? I gotta do it. you did so well in previous games, so now I just feel like I have to pick you. I am gonna go with a Doom God, I think. Yeah, let's try that. And Flame Imp? Yes. Even though, yeah, I mean, I want that early momentum, right? So, how I'm gonna do that if I don't have early cards? These are not the ones I'm looking for, though. Okay, let's go Dragonling Mechanic. Jungle Panther? Sure. You need a free drop anyway. Salty Dog, I guess. I mean, if it can somehow survive, it can do some good damage, but... Okay, let's see. How many 2-drops do we have? We have 1, 2, 3... Not enough. Let's get another one. And... let's get another Dark Bomb. Dark Iron Dwarf, that's what I like to see. Yeah, this Dragon Egg is not looking too good. We're not really getting cards that work very well with it. So, I'm gonna go with the Sky Golem. I kind of want to pick the Shade, but the Sky Golem is just so good, so how can I not pick it? Alright. No, it's gonna go with that. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get a Shade. And also, it's really what we need here in the curve. So, I think this deck is not very strong. We have too many cards that are just not very good, like the Ironforge Rifleman, and like just not really. Summoning Portal is one of the worst defenders. Salty Dog, Stormpike Commando. I'm not excited about this deck, but let's try and get to 5 wins. See if we can do that. And I mean, you have some rough runs, but I might almost tempt to say four wins. But I mean, the deck is not that bad either. It does have some decent stuff. Like the curve is not too bad. It has like some Dark Bombs and the Doom God, the Flame Imp, and so on. And of course, the Elven Archer can't. Just forget that. I mean, she's gonna save us, I'm sure, right? So let's see. We have our Flame Imp to start with, which is excellent, and then we have some cards are not so good, and a very good card, but it's a 4-drop. So let's see if we can find maybe some 2 and 3 drops instead. Alright, okay, this hand is actually not bad, all things considered. Against another Warlock. Interesting. So, I think we play the Flame Imp here, right? And then hope that he doesn't have like an abusive Sergeant. We could also play an Elven Archer. And that would just kind of trade with the Argent Squire. And then if he plays like an abusive Sergeant, it doesn't really help him actually. We could coin out on an Oratron. I don't like that option. If we play... It's just the Flame Imp is so weak to like a buff card like abusive. But I mean, what are the chances of him having it? This is Arena, not constructed. But I feel like playing the Elven Archer is the safe play. But then, okay, say he plays like a 2-3 or something. Well, then we should trade that into that, and then we can play... Okay, let's just play the Flame Imp, actually. I'm just thinking also, because we don't have any free drops, so I'm thinking about, like, I kind of maybe want to play the Noratron next turn. Oh, man, he has the exact thing I was afraid of. That's saddening, but, well, what if we just play a Noratron here, and then we can get like a 2 for 2, quite possibly. I want to hold onto the coin, because, as I said, we don't have any free drops. I mean, I could coin out an Elven Archer here, but then we can't do anything next turn unless we get exactly the card we need. So I'm gonna hold on to it for now. And an Noratron does pretty well against what's on the board, of course. He can't kill it, but then it'll be 2 for 2. Now, he drew a card, which will give him a little bit of card advantage, but actually not really, because we've had the coin, which means that we started with one more card than he did. Yeah. Okay, Void Walker. Interesting. Okay, so he's actually not doing anything. So now we get our Elven... Well, we get a 2-drop, I mean. So now we have the option of playing the Elven Archer plus a Loot Hoarder, for example. If that's what we're interested in. And that might be it. I mean, or we could just play a Shredder. Do we want to play a Shredder? But I feel like this is actually very nice. I mean, getting rid of that one, basically for free, and just getting loot, and we hold on to the coins, so we have more flexibility in the future. Yes. Now, let's see what he does. So far, it almost reminds me of like a constructed game, because we have like a lot, like it's very typical Suis kind of Warlock. I mean, maybe not the exact same cards. Well, some of them are the same, like the Void Walker, right? And the Elven Archer used to be a staple in Warlock and constructed as well. We don't see it so much anymore, but you can see why you would want it, right? It can do that 1 extra damage while at the same time getting a little bit of board presence. Works very well together with buff cards like Defender of Arcus and such. So it's a pretty good minion in a Su kind of deck. Unfortunately, we are lacking something quite important, and that is cards to buff other cards. Unfortunately, we did not draw any of those, except, of course, the Dark Elven Dwarf doesn't really help us here. I think we're just gonna kill that Void Walker, see what we draw. I mean, we already have a decent play here in the Shredder. Well, actually, it's an excellent play. So, or we could play the Burly Rockjaw, actually, because he can't kill that with those guys. And the Shredder, he could just kill it, the first form, especially like if he has like a Dark Elven Dwarf and he places it on Imp and he just trades into the first form of the Shredder and it's just gone. So that's not a very attractive scenario, whereas the Rockjaw is a lot beefier, and it does make it annoying for him to play spells unless he can kill the Rockjaw at the same turn. Right, so he got Power Overwhelming. Now we just gotta hope he doesn't have that demon that... Oh right, that was buffed up to 5-2 because of the Power Overwhelming. Alright, so that is fine. Now, I'm worried about this Void Caller, since I have a bad feeling about this. That he has some nasty demon in his hand that we're gonna see soon. Now, we actually don't have any great plays here. Like, we have 5 mana or 6 mana. And sure, we could play Salty Dog, but that is not really... Like, he just dies, right? And that's like 5 mana there. Or we could play a Shredder. That's actually a better play. Then we're stuck with 1 mana unless we use the coin to also life tap. But do we really want to do that? Maybe we do. Or we could hold on to the coin, because then we would have 7 mana next turn, which means that we could play a 4-drop and a 3-drop, which sounds good to me. So let's do that. And we have a little bit of an issue though, because I don't really see how we're gonna get the board back. A card that would be nice here would be something like a Fen Creeper, which we do have in the deck, to just kind of maybe try and force him to trade all his small minions into it. We just don't have a good way of dealing with it. And he just keeps pounding us. So what we need is exactly that Fen Creeper. That is not it. But it's not necessarily bad though, since we can kill one of those. And what I'm worried about, okay, we should probably... Okay, so now we have 2 choices, right? We can kill that and get rid of like 4 damage, or we can kill that and hope he doesn't have a demon. And then the advantage of killing it now, of course, would be that it gives him less time to draw a demon, and you can say, well, maybe he doesn't have a demon, right? Because he chose not to trade himself. So let's go and see. And okay, no demon. Good. Very good. Then is this really the right choice? Or should we just play the Panda, because then we can trade into the Spellbreaker next turn? Like, these 4-drops are not that exciting. I mean, this one, I guess it's okay. I think I'm gonna play these two. The problem with playing the Ivanforced Rifleman is that he could, for example, just kill it with the Spellbreaker. And then what, right? Unless, of course, I did the 1 damage to the Spellbreaker, but that's... yeah, it's not that good. Even though I have a feeling that he's just gonna go all out for the face, so we are in a little bit of trouble, unless we get exactly what we need. Oh, he goes AFK, I guess, but in a way that would be exactly what. Well, alright. Just taunting up to try and stop us from killing... oh, interesting. That makes sense. He wants to get rid of the shield so we don't get a lot of value out of it. And then of course he keeps his taunts around to protect his big minions and just hopes to rush us down with us not really being able to do anything to stop it. Well, we can kill one of those, and we can kill the other. I mean, we can get rid of stuff. Right. Okay, so let's. I think we gotta try and just clear as much as we can. If we go walk. How do we do this? If we take that into that, do I gotta? I don't think we can afford to go for value. We gotta try and minimize his threat. At the same time, I'm a little afraid of like a Mortal Coil, so I don't really want to get that down to 1 life. But then again, this one would get a 2-1, so I guess it doesn't matter. So we do. Right, that, and then we played this one. Try to avoid taking damage here. So now he only has 2 damage on the board. We cannot really afford to life tap anymore, so it's a good thing we already have a board advantage, because we really need to turn things around now. Mortal Coil is pretty much the thing I want to see least of all. That's what I was scared of. And that's what I don't want to see. Well, actually, an Elven Archer would be annoying too. Interesting. I guess that means that's the only minion he's gonna play this turn, because otherwise he'll play the other minion first, right? I would assume so. Alright. Aww. Okay, Drain Life. That's not nearly as bad as Mortal Coil would have been, since he's actually getting kinda low on cards. On the other hand, he does have 30 life, so he can afford to life tap as much as he wants, really. Now, I think we need to get rid of that one, because that's 5 damage, so we're gonna have to do it this way. Just do that, and oh, too bad we can't play anything else. But yeah, we do that, and he might even kill the Goldmaster here instead of going for the face, simply because, well, the Goldmaster is pretty good value, right? Well, let's see what he does. He kills, well, he freezes that. Now he has 7 damage on the board. A Summoning Portal. Alright, if we play that, then we can play that for 1 mana. Well, because like these 2 for 3, that's 6, that's 4, that's 10. That's still not gonna work. We'll play that plus 1 of these and that, because that would be 4, 8 mana. I think that's probably the best move. So we do something like this, and Salty Dog, because this one doesn't really help us. 2 damage, what is that gonna do? Nothing. And play this and that, and the Summoning Portal doesn't really do much, other than just kind of being there. But I guess that's what it's gonna do, right? Well. Doomguard would be a pretty good draw here. That's exactly... Or of course a Fin Creeper. I just... Oh man. Well, at least he is low on cards himself, so it's limited what he can do, but we had 12 life. He can just go for the face and just hope that we die in a couple of turns and most likely be correct about that. Well, let's see. Oh, there's a Doom God. So that's pretty nice. So let's kill that one first. And then we kill that. Play the Doom God. And then we kill that. Kill that. Go for the face. Hope we can rush him down over a couple of turns. We cannot afford to life tap, obviously. Because then even a drained life would kill us. Or actually something like a Stormpike Commander, right? Or even that 3 damage spell that Warlocks have nowadays. Hellfire. Oh. Killed by our own Doom God. What a sad ending. I mean, it was, we almost turned the game around. But then, nope, not having it. He duplicates our, or faceless manipulates our Doom God and kills us with our own savior. Who then turned out to not be our savior after all. Traitor, you might call him. But hopefully we can do better here in our second game. Well, let's see what we get. Right, we got a Mage. And we have some pretty good cards here in our hand. So let's I'm gonna toss the Doom God though. I don't really want to start with the Doom God, especially when you have the coin, because then it takes a while to actually run out of cards, and you prefer to play the Doom God when you have an empty hand and then follow up with a life tap or something like that. You don't really want to play him if you're gonna discard 2 cards with it. I mean, of course, sometimes you will want to do that, but it's not really the preferred way. Okay, so he starts up with a Voodoo Doctor, which actually does really well against the Flame Imp. That is actually really annoying. Like, I kind of want to coin out the Trog here, but then I was like, well, what am I going to do next turn? But then I'm thinking, well, we could just play the Flame Imp next turn, right? And that's actually okay. I just want to be able to kill that and have this one survive. Of course, he could run into it and then finish it off with Fire Blast, but that will leave his board empty. And then we can play our Flame Imp uncontested and then follow up with the Shade the turn after. Okay, that's fine. Except, oh, the Mortal Coil? Wow, that is so exactly what we need right here. Like, look how perfect this is. Now we have 2 minions on the board. We killed 2 of his minions, and we haven't used any cards to do it. Basically, because the Mortal Coil repaid itself. And we even have a good follow-up here as well. And then on turn 4, we can probably do something. Well, we can either play the Cult Master or Fairy Dragon plus Life Tap. But let's play the Shade here. And I think I just want to kind of clear the board here. Well, I mean, clear the board on his side, because we still have 2 decent minions on the board ourselves. And again, I don't mind him Fire Blasting that, because that's 2 mana, which is a pretty big deal at this point in the game. Let's see if that's like Vaporized. Oh, you know what? I think I should have played the Fairy Dragon first. Yeah, I really should have. In case it's a Mere Entity, because then I could have just killed it with the Stone Splinter Truck, but I wanted to check for, you know, I wanted to check for Vaporize, but I should have just played this one first. That was really silly of me. Alright, well, we'll be fine, hopefully. I'm not gonna expose this one yet, because I don't want it to die to the Fairy Dragon. Sure, so now, like, he can trade a Fairy Dragon with a Fairy Dragon, but that's okay. And then next turn we will have the 4/4 here, which of course wait, is he going to go for the face? Huh. I guess it actually kind of makes sense, right? Because we're gonna have to trade this anyway. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna play the Fen Keeper. I was thinking about playing the Cult Master, or we could play, you know what, why don't we play the Stormpike Commando? And then his plan will backfire on him. Of course, now we are extremely weak to Blizzard, so we just gotta hope he doesn't have that. And then next turn, of course, we are weak to Flame Strike, but when are you not weak to Flame Strike unless you're already losing the game? Okay, so he didn't have Blizzard, which is excellent. Now, what do we play? I think maybe Life Tap into Cold Master could be interesting, and then just trade that into that. Just kind of, because we don't want to get too much stuff out there, unless it's maybe like a Fen Creeper would be alright, but I think I like this play, and then this play, trade into that. Hope that he does not have Flame Strike, but even if he does have Flame Strike, we have so many cards in our hand, so we can very easily refill the board and, well, be fine. Aww. That's fine though, we're still doing great. Okay, so we have actually 9 damage here, or 10 if we count the Rifleman. 13? Wow, we almost have lethal. We don't have lethal, right? No, I don't think so. So, I don't want to die, so let's play the Fen Creeper, just in case he has some kind of crazy combo. So that'll protect us. And then I want to go for the face with these two. He does not have Flame Strike, since then he would, you know, have played it last turn. And then we have the Taunt Ups to try and avoid him, like, double Fireball something. Yeah, double Fireball plus the 5/4 could potentially kill us if we didn't have the Taunt Up, but now we do have the Taunt Up, so we should be safe. Oh, there's one Fireball. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you had like an Abusive Sergeant with that too, that could also have done it. Alright, so we got up to 1-1. And I think it was 2 pretty interesting games. So, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!